We're gonna make a punk rock poster similar to the style of like Jamie Reed from he made the sex bunch of Sex Pistols posters. So you go into Affinity Photo, make this thing. Took a picture of this isn't a picture I took. I'd prefer a much flatter picture for a punk rock poster, but this is pretty fancy. So I'm gonna modify this picture of a microphone and make it work. I took made it black and white, added a black and white adjustment layer, and then added a curves layer. And the curves layer I used to crunch down, and I had to like slide it back and forth a little bit, adjusting the curves until I got definition that I wanted. But it adds that nice noisiness and crunches everything down to close to black and white because we're going for a Xerox photocopy look. I cropped it to 8.5 by 11 because most punk posters are printed on typing paper or on computer paper or whatever. Photocopy paper. Rotated it vertical. You can't print all the way to the edge on a photocopy, so I put in some borders, then made them white. And that's just going to help me get a frame of what I'm looking at. Now I made a mask, jagged mask around it because a lot of times they use scissors. So basically a punk poster, they're using photographs, like printed photographs, Sharpie markers, maybe some whiteout, scissors and glue. And that's what, and pens, pencils, maybe some like stickers or tape, but usually not too much of that. And then let's see, cut that masked it around, and there it's cut out like paper. Now I'm adding in text. I wrote out communication because that's the message that I want to put on here, but I had to, then I found a font that I liked, Norwester, which is a pretty clean, nice font, but I think I can dirty it up a little bit and make it good. So I wrote it all the way out so that I made sure that I spelled it right. Figured out what the font size was. Then I started making individual letters because a lot of times the punk poster, they'll cut out like text from a magazine, or they'll type out the text on a typewriter and then cut it out. So put in all the letters. The letters don't have to be all crooked and stuff, but I wanted this one to look like I put the letters together like that. Then, and there are also like ransom fonts that do that. Here I made some shapes for going behind the text. Again, looking like scissor cutouts. And I put in some black so that I could see the edges, kind of drop shadows, but I just drew it in with a brush. I realized that the poster would look kind of vacant, so I put in some more text. I brought in bricks to give it a background. And then I brought in a texture. This is just a leather texture. It's not quite, you might not think that it's right, but there we go. And then I played around a lot with curves and settings, getting it right. And I realized that the bricks actually look better when they're reversed. So I inverted them, made them black, then took the text and changed it to white, the little text. Did a highlighter on the microphone, not quite right. Make the microphone, move the microphone up. Put in another texture. This is a Xerox texture that I found online for free. Started playing with that to see how much I wanted on that. There's a second Xerox texture. I like that, but it just wasn't clear enough. I want communication to be super clear. And that's the poster. After this, I could add like a paper texture in order to get it looking right, but I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to use it. Probably it'll be in the website a little bit angled with a drop shadow on it so that it looks like an actual poster stuck to the website. And that's how I made a punk style poster.